You know, it's so easy to get caught up in the workaday world, striving for money, and you think that's the answer. You're going to get rich, and then everything's going to be okay. But it really is not that which is permanent. Only that which you find inside yourself is going to be permanent in the end. And you'll not take any of those riches or anything else with you. You'll take some memories with you. You'll take the idea that you were giving to others with you. But you won't be taking any material things with you at all. Those things are impermanent. It's most of all also to find joy within your life and in your being each and every day. I find a lot of people in ruts, and those ruts get really, really deep sometimes. It's for you to go out and try something new, be it painting, or maybe taking photography lessons, or maybe taking a class on cooking, something that makes you feel excited about getting up in the morning and making you feel alive each and every day. It's important to try something new, and try something new at least once a week, so that you get out of your same old rut, and that will make a change in your life. And maybe you've always wanted to climb a mountain. Start out with a little one and then work your way up. Perhaps you need to find more peace, so maybe you need to do a 10-day silent retreat. That's a great way to connect with who you are deep down inside. Maybe you need to find out more about who you are, so maybe you need to do more meditation. And that meditation will move you to a place of feeling more loved within your heart, and start filling in that hole you have in your chest from those childhood things that happened to you a long, long time ago. Maybe you need to get out and just be with people. Now, a lot of people nowadays lock themselves in and they connect with the computer, but they don't connect with anybody really in person, and they have no real friends, and that's really important. In my book, Relax into Success, I talk about the 7 areas of life which are important to connect to. Taking care of your mind, your body, your spirit, your relationships, your social life, your financial life, and those core beliefs which hold up all those areas. And you do need friends to connect to and feel comfortable with, to be silly with. Now, you say silly. Yeah, sometimes you just need to be silly and be that little kid that's deep down inside. Each and every one of you has a little boy or a little girl inside that needs to come out and play and feel great about being alive. Now, maybe that's painting that makes you happy. Maybe it's taking swimming lessons. Maybe you were afraid of the water forever, and maybe you need to push past that and get beyond that feeling that you can't swim. Yeah, you know, when I was a kid, I had a teacher that was pretty tough on me in swimming class, and I could not learn at all. And then one day we had a substitute, and all of a sudden I was able to learn in one day. So don't give up. Try again. And perhaps you just need to take a afternoon off and go to the beach and be by yourself and connect with just nature. For myself, going up into the rainforest is a wondrous experience, allowing me to get in touch with my soul up in the rainforest, listening to the water trickling down the streams and the birds up there, and connecting with all the wonderful flowers and orchids that are growing, and the waterfalls are beautiful. Maybe you need to fulfill your need to give. Everybody has a need to give something back. And every time we give something, maybe you need to volunteer in some way in your community. And every time you volunteer in your community, you feel better about life. and you stop thinking about me and you start thinking about everybody else, and after a while all your aches and pains and problems start to disappear and life starts to feel better. And taking care of your spirit, how often do you laugh? Maybe you need to go to a funny movie and just laugh your ass off, you know? Maybe you just need to have some downtime. If you've been working, and you don't know which end is up, sometimes you just need some time off. And maybe you need to go inside and ask yourself some tough questions. You know, is this job working out for me? Am I going to get where I need to go with this? Am I feeling peaceful about this? Is this where I want to be for the rest of my life? Sometimes the answers are yes, and sometimes they're no, and we have to make some big changes in our lives to find the correct path. You know, I know people who've been working for companies for years, and all of a sudden they say, nope, I'm not doing this corporate thing anymore, and all of a sudden they're selling fruits and vegetables on the side of the road. I know that particular person. Or you work for a company and all of a sudden they lay you off. Now you've got an opportunity to make a change, and you can go do what you really want to do. You know, people in society now are finding that they want more out of life instead of a 9-to-5 job and just having an income coming in. They want to have something that they feel good about doing in their life, and that's really important to them. And some people will go to college and get a degree. Other people need to go out and just start their own business. You know, that's important also. You may find your path to be totally different what everybody else is doing. I knew a man, and even in high school, he could take apart a harvester, put it back together in no time. He was amazing. Never did go on to college, but he was one of the best mechanics I've ever known. Also did some racing mechanics. If you want to race a car, go out and do it. I knew a lady in Italy that all she wanted to do was be one of the first Formula race car drivers, or be a helicopter pilot. There was a lady in Brazil that that's all she really wanted to be all her life, and she got that opportunity. And maybe you want to go sailing. You know, I've sailed a lot myself, and it's a wonderful experience. But it never happens unless you actually pick yourself up and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a commitment to myself to make a change. Or maybe you decide, I need to lose weight. But you've never really committed to that. It's about time. It's about time to make yourself happy and feel good about yourself. If you don't lose the weight, you're not going to feel good about yourself. So it's about allowing yourself to connect with your soul and allowing yourself to feel peaceful, maybe for the first time in a long, long time. There's a lot of ways to make your life better. But if we just keep drudging through our days, nothing ever happens. We have to make a change. And sometimes that comes with pain involved, because sometimes we don't move or make a change without that pain. But that's okay. That pain will make you grow and make you get out of your comfort zone, so you will make that change. Allow yourself to create something exciting each day. Maybe you're a great orator and you need to get in front of people and talk. That's wonderful. I am 110% behind you. I want you to make this happen. And when you feel so good connecting with somebody, and maybe you're a wonderful counselor, and it feels great when you're connecting with somebody in some wonderful way, and you see a 180-degree change with that person. That is what you should be doing. Allow yourself to know in a deep way that you can make your life any way you want it. You know, my father came from India. He came over in '46, just before partition and Pakistan-India thing that happened. and he was in India. And he decided that he needed to make a change in his life. It was not easy, but he had to have the guts to come over as a kid and decide he wanted to be a doctor. Of course, he met my mom, and that was the end of that. He ended up marrying my mom, blue-haired, blonde-eyed, excuse me, blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman that goes back to the Mayflower. And I came along about a year later. So he tried. He didn't end up being a doctor. He ended up being a rice farmer. Totally different. But he tried. That was the most important thing. Getting out of the comfort zone. You know, it wasn't easy to come from thousands of miles away and then come to a new land and not being able to speak the language and decide that you're going to make a new life. But how many people from other places and other lands have come to this country to decide to make a new life? They had guts. And that's what it takes to make a new life and create a new life. If that means just changing your job, it takes guts. And you need to get out of your own rut if you're not happy. You're the one that knows the answers. I don't know the answers to your particular position that you're in. In fact, I know a lady who worked at a particular job for years, and she was not happy the whole time. And it took a whole lot of pain to get her to move, and she moved off to work in a doctor's office, and they treat her like royalty. And things changed drastically. In fact, my father worked for 30 years for a company that did not treat him well. And then he changed and went to work for another company, and they loved my father and treated him like royalty too. And it's never too late. It's never too late. I don't care if you're 78, 80, 82, or if you're just in your 20s getting started. It's never too late to change your life. And if you find that you're too busy to change your life, maybe you're escaping from your problems by delving into busy work. Busy work will keep you not changing your life, but you're not really happy either, and you just keep doing things, but nothing ever happens. Nothing ever changes, and I'm too busy. I can't do that. And you have an excuse for everything. Well, nothing ever changes that way. I'd rather have a man that tried 1,000 times than one man that would sit down and gave up. Giving up will not change your world. And people have done amazing things in their lives. And I know deep down inside of you, you can do amazing things too. You have that God within God inside of you. It's always been there. You are part of God, so how can there not be something wonderful, a gift that you have to give to the world, to make a change in this world and make it different and make it better? All you have to do is be willing to move out of your comfort zone, to be willing to make some happiness in your life, to be willing to give and find the happiness in giving. And then life will be different. You deserve to be happy. I love you.